Do you want to make a really cool Haunted Mansion spirit jar? Well, then just follow along, because I'm about to do so. I'm a big fan of the Haunted Mansion, from the Disneyland attraction poster to the Jim Shore figurines, especially the Hatbox Ghost. So I bought the Hatbox Ghost spirit jar hoping that it was glass, until I found out it was plastic. So the whole purpose of this project is to recreate the Hatbox spirit jar, or just the spirit jar, in a nice green glass jar. This one does have a cool lighting effect though, so. The tools you'll need for this project are a cardboard box, some masking paper, paper towels, paper plate, plastic cup, paintbrush and mixing tool, painter's tape, scissors, plastic spoon, clear tape, super glue, and a glue stick. The needed materials are a clear green glass jar of decent size with a lid, black spray paint, matte clear coat spray, a gray or black sock, white, brown, black, gold, gray, light teal, and forest green acrylic paints, mini white fairy light strand, and a printed out sticker of your desired ghost. The fairy lights that I'm using can be found at Amazon.com. They're just these Govee fairy lights. You get 6 of them for, I think it's around like $9. Then of course the Hatbox Ghost sticker was found on Google Images. Links in description for both the fairy lights and the sticker thing for you to have, or to get, and to print out if you want to do your own. So wait, I'm forgetting something. Let's do this! Step 1. Take your cardboard box, your lid, and your black spray paint. Go outside and place your lid on one side of the cardboard, just like that. Shake up your black spray paint and spray it with 1 to 2 coats of black, allowing at least a few minutes between coats to ensure for some dry time. Step numero 2. While your lid is drying, go ahead and take your green glass jar and your frosted glass spray, and once outside again, take your glass jar and place it right next to your lid with your frosted spray in hand. Go ahead and lightly, and I mean lightly, coat it with 1 to 2 coats, waiting 10 minutes in between coats so that you can see how frosted it will get. Step 3, roll some of your masking paper out on your work surface, cut it, take some tape and tape it down. Grab your lid, your paper plate, your paintbrush and mixing tool, as well as your paints. We're just going to experiment taking various colors, and we're just going to mix them and just paint it until we feel like it looks really good and looks pretty similar to, or at least somewhat like this. It's going to kind of mix colors around just a little bit. So here we go. We're just going to more green over here. Happy bushes. Happy.
It's a happy little bush that lives right there.
The goal is now to take your paper towel, or one of them. What you're gonna do is basically wad it up, dip it, and basically get it kind of in there. Basically just dab it on there, rub it, and just see what you get. And of course, the last step is gonna be to take your clear coat. Once again, go outside and spray it on your cardboard box with 1 to 2 coats, a few minutes apart. Step number 4. Take your frosted jar, your glue stick, your scissors, and your Hatbox Ghost printed out sticker thingy. Cut it out, put it on the side of the jar to look like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Step 5. With your lid in hand all dried and clear coated, you're going to take your gray or black sock. I'm going to be using gray. Cut the sock like right more at the base, just like, let's just go half. Make sure to also have your super glue handy, because that was part of it and I totally just realized I forgot that. But you're going to take the sock piece thing that you just cut, and you're going to put it on the end of the rim. Just pull it until it gets to the edge. It might be a little tricky. Then what you're going to carefully do is super glue all the way around it. Once it's dried, you can just push it in there, just like that. Boom. Step 6. Okay, so now what you want to do is take your lid, and we're going to take this lid and you're going to take your masking paper and lay it out. Place the lid right in the center of some of it. Take your scissors and just kind of cut maybe about a foot or so. The whole operation is to just cover this lid in masking paper. Really get it all in there. You'll take your tape once again, just like that. Boom. And now take your jar, place your lid as tightly in there as you can. So the purpose with this is that we're going to be pouring paint, or what I would call the aging drip, where we're going to make it look basically just like this, where it's kind of like dusty, or it just has more of this like drip. I don't even know. Basically, we're just going to make it look aged, and we don't want paint to get onto the lid. We only want it to get down onto the jar. To do this, what you're going to do is you're going to take your cup right here as well as your spoon. You're going to take your white paint, do 4 spoonfuls right into the cup. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for a 5th spoonful, what you're going to do is take your brown and your gray, just mix and match. I'm going to do a little bit more gray probably for mine. Boom, just like that. All right, now just mix it up all together. The last thing that you can do if you want to do it is take a little bit, just put a little tiny bit of water into it. So be very careful and just apply just very little bits, not too much. Think of, just be very, very cautious because you don't want too much. Once that's done, this is how it should look. Something kind of like that, as you can see. I'm not sure. All right, now here comes the fun part. We're gonna pour this onto the jar. Try and pour it in a circular direction. Totally missed the top, but that's fine because we don't entirely want it on the top. We want it on the actual jar itself. Just kind of tilt it around very gently. Now take your paintbrush and just kind of try to bring more of the paint onto the jar. So you're just gonna kind of push the paint. You just want to connect a little bit more of the paint to the drips. So just paint in where it didn't get dripped too much, just like this. Once you're satisfied, just let it dry for a bit. It's the final step. We are on the last, I just said it, the last step. All you need is your fairy lights and your clear tape to add the finishing touches. Let's get it. First, carefully pull out your lid, and you're going to unwrap it, getting all that tape and paper off. Next, of course, just then you're just going to unwrap your fairy light strand so that it all is not tangled, just like this. Pull out the tab. You're going to pull out the tab to initiate the battery. And there we are, lights are on. Take one piece of tape, and what you're going to do is carefully put it onto the end of the strand. Place it inside of your jar at the bottom in the center. Okay, and then you're just going to wind it so that it just kind of follows and goes into the jar. Take the tape, put the battery pack inside, and just hope that this tape is going to hold. Let it hold itself inside the jar, just basically something kind of like that. And voila! 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 There you go. You made your very own Haunted Mansion glass spirit jar. Let me know if you made one yourself and how it went in the comments below. And Thanks for watching.